What up? How you guys doing? I'm chilling. I'm kind of full. I just had a ham wrap with egg, classic, and now I'm gonna do some warming up, I think. Ugh. Back at Photoshop today. We're gonna tough it out, I think. God, why is it so loud? There we go. What the fuck? Oops. I don't want to use a stand. I want to use a brush. Well, that's kind of a big brush. Let me drop the pixels down a little bit. 20. God damn. Greetings, Mr. Snacky. What up, NFT? How you doing? Yesterday, when we were playing Repo NFT, after you hit your bedtime, after you went Betty by, after you got your bottle of warm milk and your blanket, and you cuddled up into you got tucked in like a little burrito into your comfy little bed. The real men stayed up, and we played Repo, and we got to level 7, which is probably the farthest we have ever gotten. Snag, I feel uncomfortable at the woman looking at me. Please draw more men. Oh shit. Well, what about these fellas? What if they're looking at you? Ignore her. We draw men. We got men sometimes. Sometimes. It has been a lot of ladies lately. I will say, historically, I've probably drawn more men than I have ladies. This year, though, I have definitely drawn more ladies. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's being a Twitch streamer or something. You know, the environment promotes the art of drawing ladies. I don't know what it is. Anyways, how you doing, Azenti? Been a minute. How's the curly hair going? You got your curly girl routine down? It was 1 a.m. I had to. That's okay. That's okay. I get it. It's fine, dude. I'm eating Mexican candies. What are Mexican candies? This sounds like the Gorillas, but it's a hip hop playlist. So, okay, yeah. You should definitely buy some Boobaloo. What the fuck? What is Boobaloo? NFT is my Turkish candy? What kind? There's a lot of them. Bonjour, chat. Bonjour, Yeti. Comment ça va, Yeti? Ça va bien aujourd'hui? Question mark. Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Ça va très bien, merci. It's marshmallow strawberry gummy with chocolate coating. Marshmallow strawberry gummy. I like gummies. I fucking hate hard candy. I hate it. I actually last night had a little bit of a talk with myself. I was sitting in the shower, achy belly from eating too many cookies. Okay? The corner store near me sells cinnamon bun cookies, Oreos. Okay, cinnamon bun Oreos. Those are the best Oreos you can get, by the way, guys. Cinnamon bun Oreos are the best in the game. They're easily the best freaking cookies you can get, dude. I got home. I fucked up an entire container of Oreos, and then guys, this is gonna make me sound insane. Okay, I had an entire like family sized bag of Miss Vicky's chips, and I drank an entire liter of milk because I bought a carton, and I did that in like 10 minutes flat tops. Okay, and I was sitting there at the end of the day, and I was like, oh fuck. Oh, I'm so full. Fuck. And then I was like, I got to shower, dude. I stink. I was sweating all day. I don't know why I was sweating so much. And then, I was in the shower washing my filthy ass body. And I was like, man, I am so fucking full. I'm going to die of a heart attack if I keep fucking eating like this. And I was like, okay, I gotta quit cookies cold turkey, dude. I think I'm quitting cookies cold turkey. We'll see. I'll probably last a week. I'm not gonna lie, but I may. I'm gonna try and quit cold turkey on the cookies. I need to join like a 12-step program or something for fat asses. So, unironically, little snack don't have control eating. Oh, you have no idea, dude. You have no idea. I used to be a really fat guy. Well, really fat, and I used to be around 215 pounds. And I'm about 5'8", so that's a big boy for 5'8". Okay, and then I went on like some obsessive OCD style like workout routine for like 2 years, got really jacked, and dropped down to around 157 ish at 5'8", and I was looking shredded. Okay, and then after that, I fucking hurt my shoulder. And now I'm hovering around a nice comfortable 175. I definitely look a little cushiony. I won't lie. I've been getting back into squatting, so I do squats now, and so I'm starting to not chisel out, but squats do have an impact on sort of your general physique. And so I'm looking like soft but hard. Who's that girl on the left? I don't know. I'm waiting for HFP to get here so he can name her. Soft but hard, like a huge butt, exactly. Or like the quantum state of a penis. That was a good joke, guys. If you don't get it, you're just not highbrow enough, but that was good. You didn't get it? Look up superposition in quantum physics. I also didn't get it. Snack's just a nerd. Okay, look, there's a concept in physics where like do you know what a quantum bit is? It's a bit that exists both in the one state and the zero state. And so it can I don't know much beyond that. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna act like I'm a genius or anything. Okay, but the idea is that in superposition you could have both a one and a zero. And I made a penis joke around that, where you can be both hard and soft if you have a quantum penis. Anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. So a 10? Yeah. Yeah, like your mom, dude. Aren't you studying math, dude? You gotta skip a couple grades, bro. Get up to the big leagues. Not sure how I feel about the eyes. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been basically just for the past like probably 2 weeks now, just trying to copy everything EO58 does in terms of like aesthetic and style. and I find it borderline impossible to draw eyes the way he does. It's I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I had to switch brushes because I was like, I don't know how to draw a fucking eyeball with this brush, dude. It just does not work. It's like way too soft. I don't get it. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. You're talking a lot of shit for someone who got exposed not while ago. Exposed for what? All right, let's see if I can get this to look a little bit better. Cat snack is over party. God, I don't even think we've begun. I'm gonna have to start going live on Facebook, dude. My Facebook fucking audience is popping off. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think Facebook just has like a better algorithm for fucking growth. I've gained 1,000 followers this week on Facebook alone. I meant doxed, my bad. Yeah, we love drawing attention to that, by the way, NFT. You should keep doing that. Wow, Catsack prefers Meta's algorithm. Isn't that Instagram is fucking Meta, dude? They're owned by Facebook. You know that, right? You know your little cutesy app. That's the big evil Facebook guys. Who follows you on Facebook? A lot of Vietnamese people for whatever reason. I don't know why. Go check out my Facebook. I started that Facebook account after I started Twitch. And I basically just use it as like a fucking spam dump for like half done drawings. Okay? And people seem to like it, I guess. Or the algorithm is just better over there. Or I'm being followed by like 4,000 something bots. Because I have around 4K over there. Just wild. It's wild. It's a lot of fucking people. I get decent engagement, I think. Around 80-ish likes on a post, something like that. Depends. On my better posts, I will say. I don't see the link in your bio. Yeah, I know. That's the crazy part. I don't even advertise it because I was just like, I'm just gonna have Facebook just to like fucking dump shit. The idea was just to redirect people to Twitch. But every time I post that I'm going live on Facebook, or well, that I'm going live on Twitch on Facebook, whenever I make that post there, nobody clicks it. So, you know, it doesn't really matter how many followers you have. I think people are very in love with the idea of the specific platform they're on, you know? So I don't know that it's that easy to really. I'm starting to doubt the whole thing where everybody's like, if you want to grow on Twitch, you have to grow on all the other social media platforms. Drop the link. I'm like the only cat snack on Facebook, dude. First name cat, last name snack. I think that's how I set it up. Let me link it down though. Let's see. There you go. There's my fucking boomer media with basically the same amount of posts as my Twitter. I didn't realize that when like I switched my profile over to professional, and what it does, it makes your friends followers. Well, it also makes it so that when people like send you a friend request, they follow you. People send me a lot of fucking friend requests, dude. I just stopped answering them. I have like 1 billion friends on there, because when people follow, they can also send a friend request. And I don't know how to like. I didn't realize that when like if they send the invite to be a friend, it just automatically makes them follow you. So I was like accepting them. I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just accept these people and just fucking spam to them. You know, use them as my my marketing guinea pigs. And then I stopped doing that. Now I have like fucking 1,000 pending friend requests. I haven't used Facebook since middle school. Yeah, that's probably. Look, I'm not. I don't have a personal Facebook account. Okay, I only have this one. I don't use Facebook at all, ever. But it seems to work well for me, so I might actually start doing it. I'm monetized on Facebook. I didn't even know you had that. I just got like a notification that was like, "Do you want to turn on monetization? You qualified." Apparently, if you gain 1,000 followers in under 60 days, you get monetization. I don't even know how to collect money on Facebook. Ooh. Guys, I'm gonna have to shit at some point this stream. It's brewing. I can feel it. Proof that I do poop. A rare poop stream. I know. It's crazy. 0.05 cents for every post. I think the way it works, so I looked it up. And by the way, I will say people who give advice on how to monetize on Facebook have got to have the most answerous, like scammy type personalities I've ever seen, dude. If you type on YouTube how to monetize on Facebook, it's literally just like fucking like NPC type people that are giving you advice on how to monetize on Facebook. People you've never heard of before with thousands of followers. I don't know. Facebook feels so weird. Facebook feels like I know Twitter's like 80% bots or whatever. Facebook feels like just as bad, if not worse. Most of them are scams, probably. Facebook is like bottom of the barrel content, which is why it's like, it's like, what does that mean for me if I do well on it, you know? It probably just has a good growth algorithm. TikTok was kind of like that from what I heard. I've never used it though, but yeah. So, anyways, if you catch me on Facebook doing live streams where I basically do like that thing where I go like, ice cream so good, yum, ice cream, thank you, cherry so good. If I start doing shit like that, you know I've hit hard times, all right. Unless or the money's really good. Please no. Money is money, dude. Yesterday I got a scam call and the guy told me I'm calling you for you to make money. And then I told him like, nah, I like being poor. Damn. Thank you for 100 glizzies. What did he say? Did he hang up after you said you like being poor? Or did you hang up? I made them lose 15 minutes with me. That's good. That's doing your part, I think. I don't like this girl's fucking head shape, dude. She feels very like oblong. I'm gonna round these sides out a little bit. Thank you for the 100 glizzies. Oh man. How much money do you think those people make? Do I want to go to work on Monday or do I want to start doing glizzy posts on Facebook Live? I can start doing cringe content. I bet you that stuff probably works pretty well. I kind of like I'm a big consumer of cringe content, so I feel like I know how to do it really well and make it look authentic. The thing is, I'm not a good actor, so I'm not very good at like mimicking socially awkward mannerisms, and it's just not a skill I have. I've tried, I just can't do it. He's immune to being cringe? No, I'm not immune to being cringe. I'm just immune to creating artificial cringe. If you're a big fan of French content, tell me your favorite French artist. Like musically, I'm a big fan of Corias. Koriaiss. I've played him a lot on stream. Actually, it might just be I don't know if it's ass like WA double S. It might just be like that. I guess I'm not that big of a fan. Let's see. Oh no, it is Corey S. He's got the double S. What a madman. Bobby Ass. It's funny if you type your name like that, it changes like the pronunciation. Boba, Bobby. Boba? Because I wouldn't say Bobby ass. I'd say Bobby ass. This doesn't fit the shape of her skull. Booby ass? What? You're all naughty, dude. Yeah, dude. Did you miss the memo? Now we're a smut channel. All I draw is hot girls with big tits and fucking make poop and pee pee jokes. Not that I definitely did that before, but okay. I actually don't hate the way this looks. The head, at least. I hate the rest of it, but some lyrics really are wild, aren't they? So, Azenti, you've been doing you've been drawing. Snack. How to sound like you're speaking French. I don't know. Usually, it helps if you speak the language or speak to somebody who's never heard French in their life. Those are the two things that I would. That's how I would do it if I had to do it without any experience. I would just find somebody who doesn't understand French, tell them I'm fluent, and then just run with it. Yes, I have been drawing. Oh yeah, what have you been drawing, big guy? This should be rounded. Too many spiky eyelashes. Pretend you got a phallus stuck in your throat and it makes you gag every word. I don't know about that one. It's basically NFT. It's like Arabic, but more pretentious. You get a lot of and you get do a lot of the phlegmy type talking. Okay, and then just sound like you're making fun of somebody or you think lesser of them, and that's French, really. See, he's gagging. Yeah, well, the concept of people not speaking French around me is, or not being able to speak French. Do you speak French at your job? It depends who I'm talking to, I guess. In Canada, you have to interact with somebody in their chosen language. If you don't, you can get in trouble. Which is why most companies have like a French speaker. I don't do a lot of customer facing stuff, so when I worked at like Subway, I definitely spoke a lot of French to people because I was like the token French guy at work. I was the only dude that like spoke French on the team because French is still not that common, even though it's you know, that's an official language. And so people would basically be like, "Yo, snack, can you handle this customer?" And I'd be like, "All right." And I'd have to come out and bust out the French. French people will bitch and they will complain if you don't speak French to them. Damn, we're listening to Kanye. Did you guys see Kanye's tweets the other day? This guy's insane. He's incredibly funny though. Like if he was a comedian and he wasn't actually serious, he'd probably be one of the funniest people on Twitter. But he's generally just like a mentally ill person with a lot of money. Trade me jobs. What, you don't like being a nurse, dude? How you been, Victoria? I feel like it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I feel like you're always working. I worry for you between your health stuff and your work stuff. How you doing? Hi, NFT King. What's he saying? What's Kanye saying? I can't really read it out loud because it would probably get me in a lot of trouble. But it is funny. It is funny in a vacuum, you know. In a world where nobody is offended by anything that's said, it's pretty freaking funny. Oh, I fear I've been put through the ringer. Are you doing better? You see a light at the end of the tunnel. Here, I'll read out a little thing that I read on Twitter that Kanye West posted. This genius. I can't like I can't read every word, so I'm gonna have to bleep some stuff, okay? Because I'm gonna get in trouble if I read this stuff out loud. I don't have the right to do that. So let me. So he says this is a post by Ye. It says "cuck" in all caps. He didn't write it in all caps. I'm saying that in all caps is my whole style. Cuck is my whole style. That's line one of the paragraph. It's my music. It's the way I dress. It's my attitude. Of course I'm punk. I'm the most punk gentleman. That's not the word he used, but gentleman. Living. But punk ain't punk enough to describe me. And punk got these gentlemen that dress like Devo with cone heads and shit. My shit is sex, drugs, rock and roll, money, politics, homophobia, sexual harassment, and racism. I'm a walking lawsuit. I read more pornography than I read Bible pages. I won't even read a paragraph unless it's a story about a bitch getting the shit fucked out of her. If you ain't talking about a bitch getting the shit fucked out of her, I don't want to hear it. The end. That's a recent tweet from Kanye West yesterday. Truly a modern Shakespeare. Funniest fucking shit I've ever read, dude. And every single post he posts is like that. It's insane. He actually needs, like, help. Like, if this was, like, a relative of mine, I'd be like, dude, we need, like, to do medical intervention. Like, this guy has fucking lost it. God damn. I sent you a link on the Discord server. I don't know. We should probably stay away from posting Kanye shit in the server. That's why I read it out loud because I don't wanna share weird Nazi shit in in the Discord. I know we're making fun of it. And I know that we recognize that it's I wanna watch the edge in the server because I worry for some people. You know, I don't worry for you as NT. I know you're not a psycho, but I do worry for some people. Snack West. Cat snacking right now. Zale, how you doing, dog? Are you streaming right now? I feel like I saw you streaming not too long ago. It's just a video about Kanye. All right, I'll let the mods discipline if they need to, and put Azenti in their place if they need to. But I don't think anything of it. I just know sometimes it'll be like a nice, peaceful like afternoon. I'll just have finished work, and then I'll turn on my Discord, and I'll see a bunch of messages from my mods being like, people are calling each other the F slur again. I'll be like, oh my god, can we just have 1 week where people don't call each other the F slur? Guys, it is entertaining to me though. I will say, it's like having a bunch of children. Honestly, Kanye's situation makes me so sad because I really feel like he was just failed by America's lack of mental health. No, yeah, for sure, 100%. Like, this guy needs help. Like, he is, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this was somebody you knew, you'd be like, we have to do something. We're like, we have to. We can't just let this go on. Rib cage needs to be smaller. Like if this was my boy, I'd be like, dude, we can't give up on Ye. He just needs some lithium and some valproic acid, to be honest. I guess. I have no idea. I know lithium is like the thing that makes you drool on yourself, apparently. It's a schizo medication, I think. We have to put him to sleep. It is, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, at least it's funny. I will delete. All right, is that the? I didn't watch the video. I just saw Nazi in the title, and I was like, probably best not to encourage that type of posting. I see what kind of nurse you are, but don't worry, Azenti. I guarantee you, I would have laughed at it. Okay, so I'm not saying nothing by it. It's my issue, Azenti, with posting edgy content in the Discord is not the individual person posting the content. It's the people that see it and might be like, oh, it's free game to post crazy edgy shit, and then the people I don't know very well in the Discord might post some shit, and I'll be like, ah, fuck, dude, I don't know what this person means by that. You know what I mean? So that's sort of the concern with edgy shit. So I think it's just easier for me to just be like really lame and boring and just blanket like avoid most of it. But I don't know if it was edgy. I try not to be edgy because that's cringe. I don't know. I'm pretty edgy, but I don't know. I didn't actually watch the video, dude, so I have no idea. I just saw the word Nazi. That's all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I read the headline and I was like, uh oh. But that's it. You might have been a video that has nothing to do with anything that I'm thinking about. But anyways, maybe you could use some of that lithium. That kind of that the kind that cries in the car after doing CPR. Wait. Huh? Oh. Do you think being a nurse is good for you, Victoria? I wonder. You tell me shit, and I'm like, I don't know if she should be doing this, you know? Not to. I don't know. It just sounds like, a surefire way to give yourself, like, long lasting PTSD. What does lithium do? It makes you docile from the looks of it. It's an antipsychosis. So I think in a lot of cases, it just sort of, like, neutralizes your mood. So it keeps you a lot more, I don't know, like level. Okay, so if you have a lot of ups and downs, right? Like if you're really manic, let's say, like you have like high energy, high motivation, like lower risk perception, all that stuff, and then immediately following that, you crash. Like let's say I'm describing bipolarism, right? But then you crash and you go into a depressive state. Lithium kind of brings these wavelengths a little bit more down, so it levels you out a little bit. And a lot of people who are on lithium usually say it makes them feel a little bit blunt, which is why people don't like taking it. But it helps. It helps stop you from doing things you might regret in a more mentally stable state. Doctor Snack, wrong. It's not an antipsychotic. It's a mood stabilizer. Are they? I don't know the difference. So you're probably right. But he ate up the description of bipolar and mania. Yeah. Yeah. I see. That was me during the time that I was streaming 20 hours, to be honest. Yeah, sleep deprivation will probably give you some pretty crazy mental states, I won't lie. Did we stop doing gestures? I mean, I'm doing them right now. Not with reference from imagination, but, it's still a gesture. There's nothing stopping you, NFT, from doing your own gestures. You're welcome to study whatever you want while I'm live. And while I'm not. This feels off balance. It feels like her arm needs to curve out just a little bit more. Anyways, I think being a nurse is good but horrible at the same time. All of us were traumatized last night, but that just comes with some cases. Only a sociopath wouldn't cry after that shift. What happened, dude? You gonna leave me hanging on that? I don't know what girl hips look like. I should probably really study that. I feel like I always just sort of do this for the hips, and I don't know that that's right. I guess maybe I should do some reference studies. The issue is I don't have the proper setup for it right now, but okay, let me make this not super graphic. Okay, let's get the PG version, please. Hmm. I don't know if this is what hips look like. What is like the hip shape? Is it like more like a trapezius? Basically, we opened this baby's chest and stomach and had to do CPR and then ran to the OR and it was all bad. She was admitted with dehydration, secondary to gastroenteritis, stomach flu, and she seems stable and good. Okay. So far, so good. Kind of graphic, but yeah. Welcome, Dave. You're catching us during story time. How do I hit like a corner here? Where's Dave? Right there, dude. Open your eyes. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh my god, dude. I'm tripping. Your name is the same color as Dave's. I'm fucking. I am tweaking right now. Holy fuck. This is what you look like for me, by the way, guys. And you shortened your name because usually you're driving me Coco on Twitch, but I guess you're using your alt account. So this is what I see. So I just see where the fuck is it? Oh, it's so tiny. Okay, this is what I see. I see this, and it starts with a D, and it's the same color as Dave. So I'm like, down under Dave, dude. That's basically what I see there. You know? Come on, that's a fair mistake. Anyways, same color equals same person, racist. Yeah, well, yes, that's all. That's what happens. That happens to me all the time on my stream. Not gonna lie, I see people's name with the same color and similar letters, and I confuse them. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever people use like the same color forever, like NFT or Victoria or Boba or Zale, it makes it really, really easy for me to know who's who. When people like let the thing choose a different color, it confuses me when I'm reading chat. But that's fine. You don't have to select the color or whatever. You can do whatever you want. It's just I'm venting from the streamer perspective. But then she had no blood pressure, so we're going to put her in on ECMO. But parents said no. Long story. Then she lost her pulse, so we did compressions and got ECMO consent. Surgeon nicked her artery, and she started bleeding out. Oh, fuck, dude. Does this have a happy ending? I'm gonna assume it doesn't. Truth be told, she's not gonna make it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough, dude. I don't think I could do that. I don't know what the fuck I'm drawing for her hair, dude. Drawing with this brush is so whack. I did it well here. I did it decent there, actually. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard right now. Let me see. I do like the way the face is coming along, so I'm going to save this layer. I'm going to do a new one. We're going to lock this one. We're going to make it invisible. We're going to work out this one. Okay. Yeah, no clue how to set my color. That's a good question. I have no idea. Chat? This is a question for chat. Somebody will help you, I'm sure. But on a positive note, one of my patients gave me a hug and said I make his days better. Okay. Enough. Enough of the Kevin Hart ad lib. I don't care. All right. The chat identity icon at the start of your type bar. Yeah, we def should have the same color. Oh my god. Stop. Stop. I know you're the same person, but like, on my phone, it's the three dots to the right of the chat bar thing. You know what's really funny? Boba's always talking about how much he loves the color green, but he's yellow on Twitch. What's up with that? He made me. You know the reason that the mods are green on Discord is because Boba is like obsessed with the color green. Ah, that didn't work. You might need to refresh. It doesn't happen like I think it happens after you refresh, and it did. Yeah, you're green, assuming you want to be green. Except Victoria, they're talking from two different accounts. Oh my god, you're NFT green. We need more colors. Why does nobody ever do white? You ever notice that? Nobody ever goes white for their name. White is kind of based, isn't it? It's unique. I like Zale. Zale goes gray, which is like it's just it's unique. It's his own thing, you know? We really do. I want to blush. I want to be blush. I want to be blush. I got that color 2017. Yeah, you're probably actually no. I was gonna say you're accessible, but I feel like if you're colorblind, all the colors kind of look the same because they're all just different shades of green and red right now. But anybody in chat colorblind? I have a buddy who's colorblind, and he works in the animation industry. I know Dizzy's colorblind. I have a buddy who works in the animation industry, and he's colorblind. He's not a colorist, so he can still animate. But it's just a funny thing. Whenever we post art, he'll like say shit, and we'll be like, "Dude, what the fuck? You think that's that color?" And he'll be like, "It's not?" Question mark. We'll be like, "Oh, bro, dude, I got some news for you, big dog." Dizzy with the Rizzy is. Oh, yo, Victoria, do you play Repo? By the way, I've been playing a lot of Repo lately, and I really like that game, and I think I'm pretty decent at it. So if anybody wants to play Repo at any point in time, usually on the weekends because I'm a busy boy, let me know. I'll probably play. I'm getting back into my gamer arc. I'll never stream games, but I'll do everything else. No, you and Dizzy both peer pressure. Not you and Dizzy both peer pressuring me. Isn't the game like fucking $10 or whatever? You are a student though, so I know times are tough. Shane was saying he wants to play. Something looks off. Probably the neck. The neck's not like aligned with the head. Like the neck goes into I don't even know where it goes into. That's not where the neck would connect to. It would connect like over here. So I gotta that ear's too dark. God, I hate drawing, dude. Why is it so hard to be good? Dizzy's cheating on you, on me, with a lovely lady. He's on Instagram and not on your stream. Fucked up, dude. Fucked up. Broken live his life. It's all good. I have a question for you guys. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna pause that question. I'm gonna go fucking piss, and then I'll come back and pop my question. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Oh, look who it is. Down under Dave. I like how Dave read the entire chat. We confused you with driving me Coco because they had the same color as you, and I thought it was you, and I kept calling them you because they used their alt account where it wasn't driving me Coco on Twitch. It was driving me Coco, so it was like the same amount of letters as you with the friggin' D to start. And so I when I looked at it, I was like, "What up, Dave?" Because I'm freaking stupid. Oh yeah, here's my question. When you guys use Twitch, What do you guys watch? Do you guys watch like do you watch exclusively only art streams? Do you guys watch gamers? What's your thing? Yes, only art. I'm muted. I got called out for not being here. Oh my god, Victoria, leave him alone. He can freaking goon to Instagram Reels if he wants. It's fine. I watch myself because I'm a narcissistic fuck. I avoid that at all costs. Yeah, only art. Definitely never ASMR VTubers. None of us are ASMR VTubers, Coco, so I don't know what you're talking about. It is sometimes tempting to do ASMR content, but you know, sometimes I feel really cringe at the idea of licking my lips 10 times in a sentence and talking about how I really have to shit point blank in my microphone. Anyways, I'm going to go back to talking like a normal person now. I'm joking. Dude, I have no vocal range at all. I can't talk low. I can't talk high. I can basically do the same monotone voice that I always do, and I have to vary it up with cadence because that's the only thing I can do. I look up hashtag animation very often and try to discover people. Get out of my ear. My bad, dude. Very few animators on Twitch from what I see. That's true. I fear you ate that up, question mark? Are you talking about me and my ASMR? You like that? That shit gets your dick hard, dude? Very nice. Maybe I'll start becoming an ASMR content creator. Already made a fool of myself to espresso earlier? Wait, what happened? Explain before you leave, and then you're free to go. Umbrellas on. Okay, so you guys are basically exclusively art streamers. So you guys have no interest in gaming streamers or anything like that, eh? Interesting. I'm pretty much the same. I don't really watch gamers on Twitch. It's just not really my thing, but gaming, no. Other stuff, maybe. That has a very sinister implementation. Implication? Implication. What do you mean, other stuff? That sounds like very much like like porn. Cooking streams? Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys want to watch me like run my microwave for 2 minutes every time I make a rap. Actually, that's not true. I don't just microwave my raps, but not unless you streamed a game. Me, little old me streaming games. Could you imagine? I mean, sure, if you suggest porn, but I was thinking of cooking. Yeah. Oh. Are there any porn-based cooking streams? Well, actually, they wouldn't be on Twitch. But I would imagine there's some people out there that stream porn while they cook. That seems like a safety hazard, though. So I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but it probably exists. Can you fucking? Yeah, whatever. We'll just leave it. Leave it as is. Not in front of my salad. Whoa. Kidding. What? I'd watch that kissing. Kidding. Uh-huh. That's like saying one sex question mark and then but you're like, "Oh no, sorry. I meant to say sec." Like second. My bad. Worst mistake to do at work, by the way. How's it going? Pretty good. Pretty good. How you doing, Ori? Pretty good. We're talking about what people consume on Twitch. I'm basically polling my audience to see if I should do other shit. And it seems like most people basically that are here mostly just watch art streamers and Beanie Man. I don't think I've ever seen Ori wear a beanie ever in my life. Does he wear beanies? I don't think Ori wears beanies. Do you wear beanies now, Ori? You're hiding those luscious curls, dude? Come on, bro. Stream IRL? Yeah, in my apartment all the time. I don't do interesting shit. Cooking cat snack. You raided once and I was wearing one? Oh shit. Well now you're forever the beanie man. IRL stream with toothpaste and hair girl poggers. Yeah. Do you guys like the toothpaste streams, by the way? I'm just curious. I wonder. I wonder if you guys care if I bring other people on the channel, if you'd rather I don't, all that stuff. Because I have some funny friends that I've thought about bringing on more. Not just toothpaste. Toothpaste just happens to like draw, but I like it a lot. Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to start exploiting him for free labor. Yeah, bring him over. Bring people. Well, I don't have that many friends. I could bring Narn, I guess. Bring Connor McDavid? Yeah. Yeah, I'll get on that. Let me just get all the Canadian icons. Yeah, that's your thing now? You're the beanie man? Hell yeah. I don't know how to style her hair. I just don't want to do like the generic round shape that I was doing. Now she kind of looks like the girl from Kill a Kill, which is not really what I'm trying to do, but whatever. Window shop. Boom, 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 boom. I forgot who it was, but my physical trainer asked me to sketch an anime character, and why do I Google her name and they're all naked? I mean, that's more of a problem on your physical trainer's part. If your PT is telling you to look people up, and all you get is porn of them, you could probably rest assured that your PT is a turbo gooner. You know, it's just he just got caught. That's all. I'm gonna cry if you say patient as physical trainer again. Stop saying PT then. It doesn't mean patient to anybody who exists outside of a hospital. Okay? Don't use your freaking nurse lingo with me, dude. And like PT in the real world means physical therapist or physical trainer. Okay? Nobody uses it in the context of patient. It exists in a hospital then. I really don't want to. I don't want to be in a hospital all the time. That would be a bad thing. Maybe Vic has Gooner Google. I know she does. She's like the only chatter to date who's made me look up porn. While I was live, by the way. PT equals potato to me. Huh. That's weird. These are false accusations. They're not, dude. Like there were tons of witnesses. You're never beating it. Down Under Dave says, I guess I'd prefer people who are somewhat active in the stream. Narn would be very cool, I think, but other people who, I don't know, can't say, but would probably be fun too. Oh yeah, PT is part also. Or point. like points, you know, like I've scored a point. Dave, the thing with having people that are active in the stream is difficult because you know a lot of my friends aren't actively in my chat, right? And a lot of my chatters aren't exactly in my active like normal day to day life outside of just gaming occasionally, right? So unless I'm like importing in my freaking my chat, and also that's like I feel like that's like a recipe for incredibly awkward streams because if any of you guys have ever done a stream, well, I guess I don't know how many of you guys stream. Maybe Ori knows this. I don't know if Ori brings on people to a stream very often. But if you ever bring somebody on that you don't know very well, Zale, you might do this because you know people. You bring a lot of people on your stream, but when you bring people on that you don't normally talk to, it can be awkward because you kind of don't know what the chemistry is going to be like. You don't know how your interactions are going to be. If they're going to say some crazy shit when you bring them on, the reality is you have to be able to bring somebody on who's adaptable to your community and your environment, right? So it's like you don't want to bring somebody on. It's like, for example, when I streamed with Ghoulie like a while ago, I streamed with Ghoulie on her stream, and I wasn't as like bombastic as I am on my stream, right? Because her stream has a different audience, it has a different flavor. I can't just go on there and tell a half-hour long story about how I shit myself. You know, it's not going to resonate well with her audience. It's a completely different audience. So I feel like you also have to have like harmony with the types of community you have as well as the people you bring on. I think in my case, my chat, I think I'm pretty open to talking about pretty much anything. So I never have like a big issue with bringing people on. I do worry about bringing on like people I've never talked to though, because I'm very awkward on the first couple interactions. I think it takes me a while to really sort of find my comfort with talking to somebody. I can almost be a little quiet sometimes when I first hang out with someone, believe it or not. But oh yeah, it takes a while for me to bring someone on. I have to know them for a while, but watch the surprise of people that follow you from their stream. Oh, do you just bring them on like no warning at all? You just like bring them on like straight up like this is so and so from X stream or whatever. Or you don't or do you do like I don't know, do you have a Discord? Do you do like Twitter notifications or whatever? Zale says Paradox, my friend, talking about random ass Russia politics on stream, and I'm there like question mark. Yeah, that sounds like something I'd do to be honest. I think bringing up politics on somebody else's stream is probably just a general no-no, unless they like lead the discussion, right? Like if I'm hanging out with somebody on their stream and they go like, what do you think about those Trump tariffs? And I'll be like, oh boy, what do I think about those Trump tariffs? You know, then it makes more sense, right? But he lives there, so that's fair, man. Yeah, I suppose. It depends on what the your genre is, right? I'm an art streamer, and I recognize that I'm an art streamer. Oh shit, Photoshop's crashing, guys. Yay! All right, time to switch to clip. Save. 48%, 65%. Okay, we're saved. Is it crashing? Yeah, it's definitely crashing. Okay. You guys are gonna get a black screen for a couple seconds while I open up clip. I'm raging out on Photoshop. All right, let me open this. Sorry, I'm fiddling around in OBS right now. I gotta switch over to clip. There we go. Okay. I gotta open something. Open. What do we want to draw? I guess we were doing this last time. I'll just continue with this. What the fuck? I definitely did more shit on this one. I did more on this drawing. Why is this like? Did I open a PNG? Let me do not save. Let me open another one. Recent. Huh. I was sure I drew more. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I thought for sure I had done more shit on this. No. Whatever. Okay, back to chat. Sorry, guys. Guys, I'm gonna have to go poop soon. I'm about to shit my pants if I don't leave soon. One sec. Okay. I'm gonna read chat, then I'm gonna go take a dump. Boba, did you watch Lala Perusa? I don't know what that is, but I'm sure Boba does. He shits on his country. But yeah, I mostly like when people talk about art. Yeah, that's true. I could talk about art for hours, to be quite honest. So I have no issues talking about art. Nah, I meant when you were a guest on someone's stream, and then if people followed you, they'd be surprised by how you are, or maybe not surprised, who knows? Yeah, I think there's. I'll finish reading what you said. Like, as for me, I rarely have guests. It's usually a collab game situation, and even then, it can get exhausting conversing with a person as opposed to chat. You think so, eh? I feel like it depends on the person. For me, it's the opposite. I feel like sometimes chat can be exhausting because I'm constantly trying to balance between reading chat and drawing, and that constant switching is really tedious for me, and I find that really difficult to do. But if I have a friend that I know in real life, especially somebody like Toothpaste, because with Toothpaste, I don't have to draw. I just bring him on and then have him draw, and then because he loves drawing, like he'll draw obsessively, so I can just have him draw while I talk, and I think that works really well. I like that dynamic. He's my little art slave. It's perfect. Poop. Katsnack has taken 2 shits on stream thus far. That makes it sound like I shit on stream, like I have a shit cam or something. You're a slave owner? Yeah, toothpaste is my slave. Quote me. I think we can make the poop count like the burp count. Oh boy. It does depend on the person, yeah. Sometimes it's easy, but with chat, I can just ignore them for a minute. Oh, that's fair. I try not to ignore chat because then I'll never catch up. You can always bring me to the stream, but I'll 100% be a hater. Oh, okay. Today's subject, slavery. Today's second subject, cat snack pooping. BRB. I'm back. That was quick, wasn't it? The benefits of eating carrots all the time is that you have incredibly. Anyways, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you consume a lot of fiber and it makes certain things very easy. Anyways, the brown cannon is working overtime. Oh, yeah, dude. My barrel's still smoking right now. So, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Stream collabs. Yeah, the reason, okay, so the reason I do it, I ask, is because I think I've talked about this before. One big, if I had a lot more money and a lot more control, just more money. What I would like to do is get a camera. Okay, this is never gonna happen, guys, but this is just like a little stream fantasy for me. I would like to get a camera, and then I would like to hire cosplayers or like life models. Okay, cosplaying life models, and I would like to bring them on stream and just have a camera on them. And I would like to have a donation function that allows you to donate to the model and make a posing request. And then that way we can add we can keep track of a queue of poses. So if you're doing like 2-3 minute poses, you could be like, do this pose in this style or whatever, like a brief one line thing that the model could watch live and toggle through different poses based off chat requests. That would be like a big channel goal for me one day, is to do that. And to just have a camera in my apartment and like record a model on site. My concern with that is obviously the mental health of the model, because the internet is fucking insane, and having a bunch of lunatic chatters in there talking about another person would be something that would be really, really difficult to regulate. Question mark, question mark, question mark. What's the question? Life drawing. What I'm saying is life drawing, dude. I should have opened with that. I would just like to hire a life drawing model to be on stream, to have like stream interactions with. I think it'd be really nice if you could recommend I think it would cost a lot to have a live model ready to post for hours per day. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of life drawing models though. That's the thing, because I've done life drawing most of my life, or most of my adult life. So I know quite a few. I don't know what it cost. I used to run a life drawing. Well, I didn't run it. I was one of the people, like when I was a student, there was a life drawing club at my college. And when the teacher wasn't around, he would ask me to sort of collect the funds and all that stuff. So I was pretty active in my local like life drawing community. And what incentive would one have to donate to the stream for pose reference as opposed to searching it up? I mean, you would get a custom pose. So you would be like, depending on how they're dressed, I don't know. Like when I was in school, we had like guys who dressed up in like fucking clone trooper outfits, like all kinds of crazy shit. Pirates, whatever. The models would show up with like these big chests full of costumes, and they would alternate in between like their 10-minute like health breaks or whatever. The donation thing is just like a little way to like give the model some money or whatever. It's just to more incentivize the model. It doesn't mean you have to donate to make a request, but it would be a good way to regulate how many people are making requests and not overloading the model with just like, do this, do this, do this. Well, chat is just like shooting by. Also, how you doing, Kurt? I didn't say hi when you showed up, but another thing that I would like to do is do that, but also be able to invite on other streamers to also live draw. I think that'd be fun. It sounds complicated, but it would be something that I would like to do one day. Maybe. I never will, but maybe. Give them that med to make their mood better. Also, Dave, I don't think it costs that much to have a life drawing model. Like, probably $100 or so a session if you're doing a 4-hour session or 3-hour session. We had them all the time at school, so it wouldn't be like an everyday thing. It would be expensive on a weekly basis. Hence why I said if I had a lot of money. Why I never will? It's totes possible. I just don't have the energy to really actively pursue it. That's my big issue. Is between having a job and streaming on the weekends, it's really, really, really difficult to find the energy to do sort of bigger, more grandiose things. That's why I don't do reels. I don't do YouTube videos. I don't have the cognitive bandwidth to really push myself more than what I'm already doing. I'm already sort of constantly teetering on the edge of taking on too much. I'm not there yet, and I regulate it pretty well, but it is a lot to push beyond that. So it's just not realistic with my current state. And I don't see that changing, So that's why. Yeah, to be honest, I pay like £3 for like 4 hours of life drawing in our nightclub. Yeah, it's usually about $5 or $10 for us Canadian. Fine, wrote a little today? Hell yeah, dude. What'd you write? Been cold and tired? Is it still cold in Russia, dude? It's starting to mellow out here in Canada. Nah, y'all, I just bit my nail because it was bugging me and the taste was straight blood. I'm done. Why'd you do that, dude? Chapter 10, like 10% into it or so? Very nice. But yeah, Coco, so it's not that I never will. It's just that I don't really see a time in my life where I'll have the situational the circumstances where it allows me to have the mental clarity to pursue it. Because it's a lot of planning, right? You have to email with models, you have to schedule them, you have to set up the environment. So like I can't just have like a stream start at 5:30, me get home from work at 5, and then spend a half hour setting up cameras and fucking podiums and all. It's not realistic. Like I need so much more infrastructure to set that up on a week to week basis, and I can't just have like a studio set in my apartment all the time. So I have to dismantle it, remantle it. It's there's a lot logistically that goes into stuff like this. So I just don't see it being like a long term realistic thing, but it is like a thing that I would really like to do. Mostly because I don't think I've ever seen anything like that on Twitch. I mean, Taki Cafe did it, I think, but I don't know that there was a lot of like model interaction or anything like that. I would like chat to be. I would like to have like a little iPad set up so the model can read what chat's saying. Or you're the life model. Easier. Yeah, but then how do I draw and talk to you guys? I'd be like compressed in like some weird ass pretzel position while you guys are drawing me, and I'm in a self-suck like fetal position trying to make jokes. It's just not gonna work. I really don't know what the fuck happened to this drawing. I definitely had drawn more. I'd be writing unfavorable epithets about you. That's all I really want. You know, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Maybe I saved it as a JPEG. Oh, I did. Shit. I saved it as a JPEG. Oops. Hmm. I could probably just add a multiply layer. I don't know if it'd be multiply or overlay actually. This is the export you sent me. The file name is for Dave. Yeah. Because I couldn't just send you a screenshot because it'd be pixelated. You wouldn't be able to read the notes. So I had to make a JPEG or a PNG or whatever the fuck. Okay, whatever. Let's just do it here. What color would I pick? It was like a purplish. Hmm. Lasso tool. Oh shit, lasso tool is a different button now. I'm not in Photoshop. God damn. Give me multiply, I think, and then lower the opacity. I think less opacity, more saturation too. A little darker, maybe. Darker, I said. Shift the hue a little more purple. Cover is almost finished for the third time. Just making it better each time, I suppose. When are you gonna share it? The release time is imminent. My work will soon be published. Are you going through a publishing agency, or are you just publishing it yourself? It'll be posted online for free. Are you gonna monetize it in any way? You've been working on this quite a bit. My novel, honestly, no idea. Only if only the audiobook. Who's gonna voice act it? I did say at like New Year's that this year I was gonna try and do more collabs, but we're a few months into this new year and I haven't done any collabs at all. So I don't know. I should try and get back on that, but I've been thinking of a voice actor that I happened to encounter in like January or so. A VTuber I befriended in Feb, and maybe other options. I'm still conflicted between male or female VTuber. Hmm. I think that probably just depends on the vibe of your novel. You know, is it a first person thing? Is it a Is it like is the narrator omniscient the whole time? Like what's the POV? And if it's a first person like story, then is it written from the perspective of a male or female character? But I assume you're doing like some Game of Thrones esque omniscient shit. Nah, too much. I'm doing too much. Mixed POV, depending on the situation, a ton of characters, no main characters, semi unreliable. Fuck, dude, I can't talk. Semi unreliable narrator. Okay. Hmm. Female VA will attract more attention, though. Do you think it will? I don't. I don't. I'm borderline illiterate, so I have no concept of what's better in books. I haven't ever been just the slightest bit tired of, but of course, when I get up to make soup, I feel tired. That's rough, dude. What kind of soup you making? I think you'll feel better after the soup, most likely. That's basically a guarantee, isn't it? I'd be curious to see stats on that. I believe you, to be quite honest. But also, I'm a dude, so I feel like my preference is that I'm gonna want to listen to a lady. In my particular case, it depends on the context, I suppose. But I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this shit. Okay. I do really like what EO58 was doing the other day, where he basically just was doing like these like croquis like one two tone like drawings. Really very 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 cool. I don't know how I would do it, but I'll try. I'll try just for funsies. He probably was not using reference. Maybe I should at some point. Mike, how you doing, Mike? What up, Big M? How you doing? I wanted broccoli cheddar soup, but I feel like I'm going to zonk out. Do you think that would help or worsen the urge to sleep? My novel falls into such a weird niche that I'm unsure who'd even be the main audience for. Isn't it like some weird dark fantasy shit? Fuck. Okay. Bunch of stuff, trying to convince myself to draw, having fun in Blender with the helicopter I downloaded, and other boring stuff. Why are you convincing yourself, dude? Just draw. I think the longer you think about it, the worse it's gonna be. You know, you just gotta go in and do it. Fuck. What do I draw? I don't have banger ideas like before. Well, the thing is, you'll probably come up with some, I would imagine. You post your art anywhere. I'll be once the cover's done. Royal Road, Quotev, and Wattpad. I've heard of Wattpad. I haven't heard of the other ones. Snack, when will you be better than that EO guy? Oh, I don't know, dude. He's got quite a head start, I think. He used to be an animator, I think, for years. For real? I thought he was a concept illustrator, artist for games. I don't know. His mod said he used to be an animator, something like that. His mods are kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. They don't. People will come into his chat and be like, "Hey, can I find these brushes online?" And they'll be like, "No, they don't exist." And then I just like Googled them and I found them like instantly. So I don't know what the gatekeep is there, but it rubs me the wrong way whenever people are like gatekeeping shit like that. I don't even think in some cases some of his brushes I think he might have created himself, so they're not accessible. But a lot of them are just actual like brushes that just exist online. So he is cracked though, as strange as he is. I'm gonna do some shadow studies. Let me pull up some reference. I think he might actually be a concept artist these days, but I think he had a history of working in animation. I think he was trained in animation and probably worked in animation for a bit, but now I think he does concept art. I don't know. I don't speak Korean, so it's really fucking hard to know what's going on that stream, but I'll just do a new canvas. I do love how Snack ignores me on YouTube. When did you join my YouTube chat? I can see the exact minute you joined YouTube chat. You joined YouTube chat literally 2 minutes ago. I had my head down. I was looking for if you paid attention and if you didn't ignore me when I'm chatting, you would know I was looking for reference. Nice name, Santana Metalhead. Fuck. Snack is lying. The ignoring is intentional. Nuh-uh. Absolutely, I'm not loved here. I don't love any of you. There, you're not special. Gasp. Well, now I know where I stand then. alongside everybody else. You hear that, chat? We're unloved. Are you like selecting the shadows? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to get more comfortable with the idea of shadows and how they work. And I think doing this and sort of just being able to recognize patterns and shapes might be useful. I also saw EO 58 doing it yesterday, and I'm basically a shameless clone of him these days. So you should do exactly that, but with your left hand. No, I can't. I'd have to switch my keyboard over and then remember all my muscle memory and shit. It'd be crazy. My headphones are tweaking. I might need to get new ones, but I don't want to spend money. Why do you want to spend money? I'm just kidding. Things I'd rather be. That's the point. You're gonna be unstoppable once you can use two styluses at the same hand. You ever seen Carl Kapinski does that? Fuck. Yeah, Carl Kapinski does that. He'll draw with two pencils. He's ambidextrous. It's kind of wild. I don't really. It seems unnecessary, but I guess if you ever lost an arm in like a tragic accident or something, isn't it a bit overkill? Oh, it's totally overkill, dude. I don't think there's ever going to be a need for that. It seems so overkill. It's cool though. Shadow shapes are a lot more interesting than you would think. Fuck. Got it. Okay. Oh man. Part of me wants to color this as I go along, but there's something nice about the big reveal at the end, you know? Okay, this one is a pretty important shadow. I'm good, dude. I just accidentally like got rid of my selection, which would have been fucking horrible. Zach, do you remember Woody? I don't know why I read that three times. Woody Woodpecker From Looney Tunes? Yeah, dude. I remember good old Woody Woodpecker. Why? What about him? Is he being canceled? This away, that away, through canals and alleyways. Just to say, money trees is the perfect place for shade. And he should be though. He's a menace, more than Pepe Le Pew. Just make my main bitch. That's just how I feel. Nah. Into a million and we all rich. Or you bish. Looney Tunes were so racist and like Nazi made. Yeah, that's true. Looney Tunes used to be fucking wild, bro. But it was also used, I think, as propaganda, literally. When that day is jerkin. I'm just gonna ignore this one. And nobody's home. I mean, what you doing? I ain't gonna respect the shooter. And I've been hustling all day, this away, that away, through canals and alleyways. Say, money trees is the perfect place for shade. I need to roll out my calves, but I just know it's gonna hurt so bad. Oh yeah, dude, that shit is fucking brutal. That's just how I feel. Why are you rolling out? Do you are you having a rough go at work to the point where your legs are fucked? When I worked at McDonald's, I had like really long shifts, and it was tough to not have really bad shin splint feelings at the end of the day. When you hear bloody murder screams, just know it's me rolling out my IT bands. Oh fuck. Oops. Look at blood. Old cartoons, propaganda. What a surprise! Yeah, the old Looney Tunes ones. They had like when they did like the Japanese, they had like giant like buck teeth, like all the stereotypes. Shit, I keep holding the wrong one. Halle Berry. Louis. Forever. Man, I went through canals and alleyways just to say money trees is the perfect place. This is how I feel. I've been put on some strong meds for my coccyx. Did you fall on your ass or something? He ain't even tripping on them down, no more. They make me so sleepy, I swear to God. Yeah, I fell downstairs 2 years ago and still got pain. Woo, also for an x-ray, even though it's 2 years down the line. Naproxen. I love how many different people there are in this community. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We got a lot of interesting cats. Bro thinks he's EO85. I'm basically EO85 because I'm definitely not EO58, I'll tell you that. And yes, I am shamelessly copying exactly what he's doing. Welcome to the stream. I was riding too high there without any roasts for a little while. It's nice to know that I'm humbled every now and then, you know? Naproxen might as well be salt tablets. Damn. Dude, you guys love pills, huh? That's crazy. I don't know we had such a bonding community over pills. As a Binding of Isaac player, I hate pills. I don't get the reference. I don't know. I don't understand a lot of video game references, unfortunately. I've changed my mind, and I will not be rolling out my calves. Uh oh. How come? It feels a lot better after. I will tell you, as somebody who's done it before, it feels incredible afterwards. It's absolute torture during though. Only British kids can relate to this, but there was a medicine you'd have as a young kid. It was fucking banana flavor, but you just want to gulp that shit down. It tasted so fucking good. A lot of kids would OD on it. I'm telling you now, Zavi, that is not just a British kid reference. We have that in the West too. I'm so confused with what's happening in this area. Yes, I love my job as much as it probably seems I don't. Bless up, I found a way to do it without my arms. It's a niche reference unless you played the game. Explain it to me. You eat pills, I guess, in the game? Is that it? You're like Dr. Mario? I want to be hip and young, guys. Come on. All right, let's see. That's not too bad. That looks alright. Could be better, I think. His chin's a little big, but whatever. Oh, shit. Play the game, stop trying to take shortcuts. All right, we're going to do gaming streams from now on exclusively in honor of Anwa. Gangster Road, just me and my best friends. Snag, did you do internships in art uni? Yeah, I did. So, sort of. So I got an internship out of college. So I was hired. I was technically still my third year of college when I started my job in the industry. I got hired by my teacher, which is not uncommon because animation is basically just a giant nepo fest. And and I started working as a student then, and my program had my program had a well, I guess a program within it that allowed me to to gain credit for working in the industry. So I got to not do certain assignments once I got a job, and then people who didn't get a job, you still had to apply to the studio and get hired, but the people who didn't have a job had to still do their assignments, which sucks for them, you know. But that's life. But yeah, and in Canada, internships are paid, so there's no free interns here in Canada. It's not legal here, as far as I know. What the fuck? I'm trying to. Let me put my line down. What the fuck? Oh, it's because it's these lonely gangster road. Just me and my best friends. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go meet and talk with the animation teacher at the college I aim to go to. We talked on the phone, and he asked if I want to come to the university and meet and take a look at my stuff. I'm excited. Hell yeah, dude! Show him some of your animations, even the work in progress stuff. There's one specific pill, and if you eat that one on early game, you are fucked. Uh-oh. Spoiler alert, guys. I'm just kidding. I asked Mike to answer that, so blame me. Don't blame him. You cheated? Uh-oh, did you? Damn, wish you the best, NFT. Hopefully he loves your stuff. Yeah. Hope I don't embarrass myself. I hope you don't embarrass yourself either. You won't, though. Trust me, first year students are incredibly cringe, so don't worry. We will roam. Party we will go. No. I think teachers expect applicants to be anxious slash awkward. Yeah, and I think I will tell you, animation people are a different breed of awkward. Okay, they put the A in awkward. Okay, animators have very little social skills in a lot of cases. That's not to shit on them necessarily, but it also is. Okay, I keep hitting L to like do my lasso tool, but all right, next one. This is a fun exercise. It looks cooler now. I know, right? Like the payoff is really nice. It's basically stencils. I'll give someone $100 to massage my calves. I fear I cannot torture myself. You'd have to be strapped down, dude. You're still gonna be squirming and screaming. Do you still have your student email? I know some people use student licenses years after graduating. Yeah, I tried. So one thing I'll tell you, dude, okay? Take this from me. Look into every discount that you get as a student. Like TV Paint, guys, if you have a student license, TV Paint is like almost $1,000 cheaper. And I didn't know that until after I graduated and I lost my license. And a lot of them will validate ID and student enrollment. So if you want to get TV Paint on sale or you want to get like Windows, every student license comes with a Windows key to Windows like 10 or 11 or whatever the most up-to-date version of Windows is at the time of you being a student. Get it, dude. It's free Windows 10. That shit costs money, bro. All these things I didn't factor into the fact that when I was a student. And unfortunately, and they don't make it obvious. You know? I'm gonna make it a different color. Green doesn't show very well. I don't like that one. I actually prefer the green. I just think we could go like a darker green, you know? Like a little more saturated, maybe. A little darker. I'm planning to go to community college this year. I'll take any student discount I ever see. Do it, dude. Grocery stores also do student discounts. Anyone want a magma with me? All right, let's do this one. Nah, you got an IP grabber? Magma, you say? You do got an IP grabber. Bro's gonna dox you, watch out. It's too much. Too much. Do I have to be good to Magma with King NFT? You don't have to be good at anything ever to do anything with NFT. I'm speaking for him. Oh my, it's 9 p.m. Guess who needs to prepare for sleepy hours? Go warm your little bottle of warm milk, dude. Get all cuddled up, you know, wrap yourself up like a little tucked in burrito, dude, and get your freaking snooze on. What are you doing here? I accidentally dox myself far too often. Happens to the best of us. See ya. I'm gone. All right, peace, dude. As long as you don't draw over other people's art, which I doubt anyone would do anyways, you're good. Can y'all speak while having headphones on? I hate it so much. I always have one ear uncovered when talking. I'm considering buying open ear earbuds. I will tell you, as somebody who's had open back headphones, if you live in a household with people, Dave, horrible, horrible, horrible thing to have. That people can just hear everything you're listening to. Doesn't matter what the volume is at. Open back also means no privacy with whatever you're listening to. So keep that in mind. But open back headphones are cool though. Now that we're talking about headphones, I have to say, what are we saying? I wonder why Magma's laggy. Then I remember Blender's open. Oh yeah. I used to listen to music at 20% volume. I reduced it to 8%, 8 to 10%, and now I feel like 14's loud as fuck. I listen to everything low because it's always too loud. I just blow out my eardrums, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I just fucking destroy my own earblood. Whoops. Everywhere you don't go. I do it because I feel like having too much volume will cause me hearing problems in the future. I just trust that hearing aids are going to be better in the future. You know, I'll be fine. That's why I'm yelling all the time. It's also if I do yell, because sometimes I listen back to my streams and I'm like, damn, dude, I'm fucking yelling the entire stream. And the reason I'm yelling is because I don't have open back headphones, so I can't hear myself talking. I'll be fine. Exactly. I'm glad you agree. They have good hearing aids now. My advice is stock up. The future ones will be worse. Well, you think we're gonna be in like some apocalyptic hearing age route? Is that what you think? AI powered hearing aids where they just make up what you hear unless you run out of credits. I want to see Boba's hands again, and then all of a sudden there's a penis. Oh no, guys, you didn't bring her into the dick magma, did you? You guys are sick as fuck. Why would you do? Why would you start a new canvas? Or deepfake hearing aids where you make everyone around you sound like it's actually cat snack talking. That sounds like torture, dude. Why is the blend brush in magma so goaded? Is it? Who drew this cat? I don't know what you guys are looking at, but you guys are just exploring old ass shit. It's probably gonna be freaking Boba and NFT if it's the cat I'm thinking of. Boom, 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 boom. Now, Bro, what can't Boba do? Man is too talented. And down, you still have love. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What the fuck? There's a bird on my balcony. I was like, what the fuck is that right next to me? There was two birds fucking on your balcony? Also me, sorry. You guys are wild, bro. Alright, let's see how this looks. I don't think it's gonna look very. Actually, there's more shit I gotta do here. Big reveal. Hopefully this doesn't look like shit. That's alright. I don't know that the hat's very clear, to be quite honest. I probably need more shadow just to define the hat a little bit more. Let me see if I can. The hat just doesn't read to me as a hat. I forgot the ear also. Okay, let's try that. That's a good fortune. It feels tilted. Oh yeah, you're right. It is very tilted. Oh my god, I didn't flip the canvas. You're so right. Oh my god. Well, that's an easy fix. I only have passion. Alt delete to fill with solid color, by the way. Yeah, true. I'm just gonna. I gotta piss. I'll be right back, guys. And then we'll do another one. These are fun. I gotta pee. You got my show, little peewee. I think I should flip the camera more when I draw. Well, yeah, dude. See, the thing is, I didn't notice how tilted it was till you mentioned it, and then I flipped the canvas and I was like, "Holy fuck, dude! You were so right." Actually, I think this would be a lot darker. Yeah, better. That's a penis. Oh my god, guys, get rid of the penis. Unless you guys like that, I don't care. It's your canvas. You guys can do whatever you want, but it looks phallic. Let's get something a little more dynamic. Maybe somebody sitting or jumping or whatever, instead of just these Pinterest poses. I mean, a lot of these are gonna be Pinterest poses, but ooh, this one's tough. Soft shadows. Hmm. No, it's not enough shadow contrast. I want better shadow contrasts. I'm looking at Pinterest right now. I'll find something. Damn, this is a fucking throwback. Oh my god, dude. How old is this song? I feel like I listened to this shit in middle school. I gotta know when this song came out. 2004. I definitely listened to this in middle school. All right, Victoria, you're gonna like this one. Bonner McBaby. Oh yeah. My favorite part of the song is when he goes so sig, so sig. I must have missed that bit. About time we get some culture. That's what I'm saying. All right. How the fuck am I gonna do this? I gotta analyze this shit because this is gonna be a tough one. It was 5 minutes ago. Damn. Sorry, bro. I was browsing Pinterest. Forgive me. Sumasen, Zale Sama. I gotta go. Be gay. Do crimes. Damn. Bro, about to add to the freaking local census statistics. Crazy, bro. Breaking statistical norms, though. I will say, there's not a lot of. Well, are there a lot of gay criminals? I don't actually know. I'm wondering if there's a disproportionate amount of gay criminals or not. My money would be on no, probably not. But I don't know. Mike was here. Mike's always here, dude. Even though, and calculator to divide. Big fan of the vibe Boba bringing to this. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm gonna need more space. Fuck, I can't move this, can I? Okay, that's not good. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move it like this. Fuck. Thank you. Shit, no. This one looks harder. It looks way harder, dude. It's tough. Hmm. I made it too wide. I really wish I could just select my thing, but I can't. Okay. Do I carve out the Oilers logo? That looks like a bitch. I'm gonna draw a dinosaur. All right, do it. I should have grabbed a white jersey. Sigh, I keep drawing a fat line when I just want to zoom in. Yeah, I do that. Nice concentration, not gonna lie. Trying really hard right now, not gonna lie either. It's tough because the hockey stick's really dark, but it's I don't know. But the thing is, the jersey's dark also. But if I make this the same color, if I go based off like colors, I'm really trying to just do shadows here, but it's hard to describe the stick. Oh yeah, Big Pun goes so hard, bro. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one I don't think is it. Seems kind of short also. This leg I think needs to be higher. Whatever. I'll just move it up. Let's see. Kind of mid. It's a lot harder to do these ones. Let's flip it. It's actually not horrible when I flip it, but I think this whole section here needs to be a lot more curved. Looks cool, but I don't know what it would be filled. I don't know. I think I'd be able to tell. I think you just don't know like a hockey silhouettes. I think the stick kind of gives it away. I think most people would understand that. It is not as great as the other ones, though, I will say. I could probably do more, to be honest, around the neck area. Wrote that before you filled it. Oh. It is definitely hard to read around like the legs. I don't really know how I could fix that though, because I'm trying to not go based off of like the color and more the actual shadows. And because like he's in an arena with a white ground, like because he's on ice, so he's on white ice, and then he's got like the bright fluorescent lights above. It doesn't really give very good shadow shapes. Plus the hues are pretty dark in value. So if I ended up drawing that, like the whole thing would just be really dark. Hmm. All right, chat. I'm gonna call it here. We're gonna write out to let's do this person. I gotta look how to spell it. And I will catch you all tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern time. I'll see you then. Ugh. See you tomorrow. Peace, guys. See you then. Bye bye.